The galaxy is eerily quiet. In the vast emptiness of space, the only sound is the steady hum of the engines of the Galactic Empire's enormous fleet. This fleet, made up of towering warships and AI-controlled drones, is headed toward Earth. The Empire's forces are ready to strike. Their mission, to annihilate humanity and claim Earth as a part of their vast, ruthless empire. Earth, with its aging defenses and relatively primitive technology, stands no chance. The Empire's ships are equipped with weapons that can obliterate entire planets in seconds, and their drones are programmed with strategic minds that can predict human movements with terrifying accuracy. To them, humanity is nothing more than a nuisance. Earth's military, scrambling to organize a defense, has no answer to this massive threat. The human fleet is small, outdated, and powerless in comparison. It feels like the end of everything. No one believes humanity can survive this. But there's one thing the Empire hasn't counted on, a wild card, a glimmer of hope, the Phoenix. The Phoenix is unlike any other ship in the galaxy. It is a lone human warship, constructed with advanced technology far beyond anything the Empire could have imagined. The ship is cloaked, hidden from the Empire's scanners, blending into the darkness of space. The captain, Commander Aiden Hawk, looks out across the void, his mind racing. Earth's fate rests on the success of this mission. He knows that if they fail, humanity will be wiped out without mercy. But he also knows that the Phoenix holds the key to humanity's survival, if they can get it right. If they can surprise the Empire, they might have a chance. For now, everything depends on one moment. The Phoenix must remain undetected until it's too late for the Empire to stop it. As the Imperial fleet approaches Earth, the commander of the fleet, Grand Admiral Ryan, sneers at the Earthlings, confident that their military is too weak to make any real threat. "Let them cower in fear," he mutters to his officers. "Their last breath is near." The Imperial ships move like a tidal wave, a relentless force that crushes anything in its path. But within the darkness of space, the Phoenix waits. The human ship, cloaked and still, seems like just another ghost in the stars. The crew aboard the ship is tense but determined. They know the odds are against them, but there is no turning back now. The fight for Earth has begun, and they are the only hope left. Commander Aiden Hawk stands tall at the bridge, staring at the advancing fleet on his screen. He speaks softly, but his words carry weight. "This is it," he says to his crew. "This is our one shot. We may be outmatched, but we are not out of hope. Let's show them what humanity's made of." His voice resonates with pride, but also with the urgency of the moment. Every person aboard the Phoenix feels the weight of this moment. The Empire's flagship is the first to enter Earth's orbit, and with it comes the sound of war, a deep, resonating hum as the Empire's guns power up, preparing to strike. The first wave of Imperial drones detaches, swooping down toward the planet, intent on destroying everything in their path. The massive ship looms over Earth, a giant looming shadow, its weapons already beginning to charge. But at that moment, something changes. The Phoenix emerges from its cloaking field, silent and swift. It drifts toward the Imperial fleet, almost invisible against the backdrop of the stars. No one notices at first. The Empire's arrogance is their downfall. They don't believe that one small human ship could possibly pose a threat to them. But they are wrong. The crew of the Phoenix prepares for the inevitable, their hands steady despite the fear. As the first Imperial strike begins, laser fire cutting through space toward Earth, the humans make their move. Commander Hawk's voice rings out across the ship. "Target locked," he says. "Now let's make them regret underestimating us." The crew pulls the triggers. The Phoenix opens fire. In an instant, the human ship strikes. Its missiles streak through the void of space, heading straight for the lead Imperial warship. The first explosion is deafening. The Imperial ship shudders, its shields flickering as the missile impacts its hull. For a moment, everything is still. The Empire's fleet hesitates. It's hard to believe, but the humans have landed the first blow. The Imperial fleet doesn't understand what's happening. How could a single human ship possibly damage a ship of that size? It's impossible. But the humans have their answer. They are ready. The Phoenix is faster, more agile than anything the Empire has ever faced. The captain knows they won't win this fight with sheer firepower alone. They need to outsmart the Empire. The crew is outnumbered, but they aren't outmatched. Not yet. The first move has been made. Now the real battle begins. The Empire is furious. They are no longer fighting against a defenseless world. They are fighting against a force that is determined. And for the first time, the Empire starts to wonder, could the humans actually win this? Could one ship really be enough to stop the might of the Empire? The suspense thickens. The Phoenix is ready, and the Empire is finally starting to feel the battle ignites with a sudden explosive shockwave. The Phoenix launches a barrage of devastating missiles at the lead Imperial cruiser, hitting its shield with pinpoint accuracy. The explosion is blinding, filling the space around the ship with fire and debris. For a moment, everything goes quiet. The Empire's fleet is stunned, their sensors scrambling to figure out what just happened. Commander Aiden Hawk watches as the Phoenix glides through space, already cloaked and moving at high speed, the ship invisible to the Empire's radar. The Phoenix isn't just a warship, it's a predator, slipping in and out of sight, using the cover of darkness to strike unexpectedly. The Empire's enormous fleet, used to overwhelming power and predictable strategies, is caught off guard. The Empire responds quickly, launching a counterattack with their drones and smaller ships, but they aren't ready for the unpredictability of the Phoenix. It darts between enemy ships with astonishing agility, evading laser blasts and returning fire with deadly precision. The battle becomes a chaotic dance, with the Phoenix weaving through explosions and debris. Aiden knows they can't take on the Empire head-to-head. They're outnumbered and outgunned, but the Phoenix has something the Empire doesn't, the ability to outsmart them. The crew begins using guerrilla tactics, hitting the Empire's forces in quick, devastating strikes before disappearing into the void again. Each attack is swift, calculated, and efficient, wearing down the enemy bit by bit. The Empire's arrogance becomes their biggest weakness. They're used to crushing their enemies with sheer force, but the Phoenix doesn't fight like that. Every time they think they've cornered the ship, it slips away, leaving behind only the wreckage of another Imperial vessel. In the distance, one of the Imperial ships opens fire on Earth, its massive weapons charging up to strike. But before the blast can even reach its target, the Phoenix reappears, emerging from the darkness like a ghost. The crew of the Phoenix has timed it perfectly. In an instant, they launch another missile barrage, hitting the Imperial destroyer dead on. The explosion is spectacular, a bright flash followed by a massive fireball that consumes the enemy ship. The sight is beautiful in its destruction. For a brief moment, the Phoenix is the only thing visible in the vastness of space, a symbol of defiance against the Empire's overwhelming power. The crew cheers, but they know the fight is far from over. The battle is just beginning. The Phoenix is still slipping through the shadows, striking the Empire's forces one by one. But the Empire isn't going to take this lightly. Enraged by their losses and still underestimating humanity's resolve, they unleash their elite forces. Advanced AI-controlled drones and warships that are far superior in technology. These ships are faster, stronger, and equipped with weapons that could obliterate the Phoenix with a single strike. The battle grows more intense, with each new wave of Imperial forces overwhelming the humans' defenses. The crew of the Phoenix feels the pressure mounting. The odds are against them and their resources are running low. Yet they refuse to give up. The spirit of humanity, driven by an unshakable will to survive and protect Earth, pushes them to keep fighting. They may be the underdogs, but they fight with everything they've got. In the midst of the chaos, one of the crew members, Bonner, is tragically killed. His sacrifice is a heroic act. He dies while protecting the ship from an incoming blast, saving his comrades and buying them valuable time to counterattack. His death strikes a deep blow to the crew, but it also ignites a fire within them. Bonner's sacrifice becomes the turning point in the battle. The crew realizes that this isn't just about winning a fight. It's about standing up for something greater than themselves, Earth, their home, and the people they love. Commander Aiden Hawk feels the weight of Bonner's death more than anyone. The loss hits hard, especially since Bonner was a close friend and a fearless soldier. But in the midst of the growing tension, Aiden knows that his crew needs more than just tactics and weapons. They need heart. Standing in front of the crew, Aiden delivers a powerful speech, his voice steady but filled with emotion. We fight for more than just survival. We fight for each other, for Earth. We're the underdogs, but we've got the heart they'll never understand. Aiden's words echo in the hearts of the crew. They know the Empire may have the superior technology, but they have something the Empire can never replicate: their humanity, their spirit, and their determination. With Bonner's sacrifice fresh in their minds, the crew becomes more united than ever. They fight not just for victory, but to honor the memory of their fallen comrade. The stakes have never been higher, and the emotional bond between them has never been stronger. Every decision now carries the weight of Bonner's sacrifice, and they fight harder than ever before. The time for escape is over. The Empire, realizing they can't underestimate the Phoenix any longer, sends their flagship into the battle. This is the Empire's most powerful warship, a colossal vessel equipped with planet-killing weapons capable of destroying entire worlds with a single strike. It towers over everything in its path, its sheer size and firepower enough to make even the bravest heart hesitate. The Phoenix, though damaged and running low on resources, isn't about to back down. This is their final stand, and they know it. With its cloaking device still operational, the human warship slides silently into the heart of the enemy fleet, preparing to face the Empire's might head-on. The crew is battered and exhausted, but there is one thing left to fight for: the survival of their world. Commander Aiden Hawk stands at the helm, determined and calm, knowing that the next few moments will decide the fate of humanity. In a breathtaking sequence of high-speed maneuvers, the Phoenix darts in and out of visibility, cloaking and uncloaking as it weaves through a storm of laser fire and enemy drones. Every move is calculated, every second a life or death decision. It's like a high-stakes game of chess where one wrong move could result in their total destruction. The tension is palpable, and the stakes couldn't be higher. While the Phoenix fights for its life in space, the Empire launches a devastating orbital bombardment on Earth. Massive beams of energy rain down, turning the sky into a fiery nightmare. Entire cities are wiped out in moments as the Empire's weapons scorch the planet's surface. But the Phoenix isn't done yet. With the ship's shields barely holding, Aiden orders a final act of defiance. The crew activates a series of powerful weapons hidden within the ship's belly, each one designed to create a defensive shield around Earth. The result is a series of brilliant, earth-shattering explosions in the sky, massive bursts of light that temporarily disrupt the Empire's bombardment. The sky above Earth becomes a battleground with fire and destruction filling the air. Each explosion is like a heartbeat, a desperate cry for survival. The Phoenix's crew knows that time is running out. The countdown is on. If the Phoenix can hold out long enough to defeat the Empire's flagship, Earth might just stand a chance. But if they fail, humanity's last hope will be gone forever. The fight is brutal, intense, and filled with incredible visual moments, a chaotic mixture of space combat and earthbound destruction. Every blast, every maneuver, every sacrifice pushes the crew closer to the edge. Can they win, or will this final stand be their last? The answer hangs in the balance, and the crew of the Phoenix fights on with everything they have left. The Phoenix is running on fumes, but its crew is determined to win, no matter the cost. The Empire's flagship, now crippled but still fighting, is on the verge of wiping out humanity. Yet, in the face of overwhelming odds, Commander Aiden Hawk knows this is their final chance. His crew has given everything, and now it's all on the line. With a deep breath, Aiden gives the order: fire the final missile. The Phoenix's remaining missile streaks through space, piercing the flagship's weakened shields. The explosion is spectacular, a bright burst of light that momentarily blinds the stars. The missile triggers a chain reaction, causing the flagship to implode, sending fiery debris scattering through space. The mighty ship, the symbol of the Empire's power, is gone. In that instant, the Empire's fleet falters. The remaining warships, stunned by the destruction of their flagship, begin to retreat. The once unbeatable force, which seemed so invincible, is now running away. Humanity, against all odds, has won. The Phoenix has held the line and delivered a blow that even the Empire could not ignore. The battle is over, but the war is far from finished. The Empire, humiliated and battered, may retreat for now, but its thirst for power isn't quenched. Whispers of a return, of reinforcements coming from beyond the stars, begin to spread. Commander Aiden Hawk and the crew of the Phoenix know this is only the beginning. As they look out at the wreckage of the Empire's fleet, a mixture of relief and pride fills their hearts. They've fought and sacrificed, proving that even when humanity is outmatched, it can still rise to defend what matters. The faces of the crew show a deep sense of loss, but there's also something else: hope. They have proven that the fight against the Empire isn't just possible, it's a fight worth having. The camera lingers on Commander Aiden as he stands at the helm of the Phoenix, looking out into the endless stars. The battlefield is behind them, but the future remains uncertain. Aiden's eyes, full of determination, hint at a new era of resistance. Humanity has proven that they will never bow to AI supremacy or any force that threatens their freedom. The final shot of the story shows the Phoenix sailing toward the stars, symbolizing humanity's resilience. The Phoenix becomes more than just a ship. It is a symbol of defiance, of a small underdog species that has taken on a giant empire and emerged victorious. The fight may not be over, but humanity has found its strength. As the ship vanishes into the vastness of space, the hope of future battles and ultimate victory hangs in the air. Humanity has survived, and they are ready for whatever comes next.